Hello and welcome to HardReset.Info. In this video, I will show you how to use your Samsung S25 Ultra if you have never used a Samsung phone before. It will be a totally beginner-friendly guide. So, have fun and let's begin. Now, first things first. Here we have the volume buttons. This is volume up button and this is volume down. This is usually called a power button or a side button. In order to actually enable our phone and use it, we can either click the side button or we can double tap on blacked out screen. And now we can see our lock screen. Here we have a bunch of different information, for example little icons of notifications we have, or that we have currently no SIM available. If we want to insert our SIM, we can do that by going down and we can find our SIM panel right here. But you will need a SIM ejector tool or even simple an earring or a paper clip in order to do that. Going back to our lock screen, we can also see an icon that we are connected to Wi-Fi, our current network and our current battery. But if you don't like the look of it, you can always hold down your finger and now you can fully customize your lock screen. For example, let's say you don't like this dog or this font or the colors or basically anything else. You can simply go to wallpapers, change your wallpaper to, for example, this cool pool looking thing with a ball in it. And if you click, for example, the clock, you can change, as I said, basically anything. For example, let's get ourselves this font, as it's pretty nice looking. We can also change the style, so I will change to that, to this, and I will move it to the upper right corner. And here we have our widgets. Currently they are set to calendar and upcoming events, but we can also change it to anything else in this list. For example, we can even choose something from a camera or a custom camera or even a digital well-being. Let's get ourselves a nice information about our screen time today. And after you're done with your changes, you can simply click Done. And as you can see, changes has been applied to your lock screen. In the bottom right corner and the bottom left corner, you can see a phone icon and you can swipe right in order to quickly go to your phone. Or, when we go back to our lock screen again, we can swipe left in order to get to our camera. And now we enter the home screen. First of all, we have the same information before, and if we scroll down, we can see our notifications. However, if we scroll down from this corner, which not always working, but you have to get specifically in this very corner, you will see a quick options menu. If you want to swap between them, you can simply swipe right from the notifications in order to get to the quick option menu. And in the quick option menu you have a bunch of, well, quick options. You can expand this panel right here to get even more of them. And if you want to customize it, guess what? You can do that just like with everything else. And here you do not do that by, for example, putting your finger here, because if I do this here, I will go to settings of the options I clicked. So in order to customize it, we simply swipe down and we click the pencil icon. And now we can touch and hold and we can change an order or even eat something out completely. Like here, when we can edit everything, we can add a bunch more other options or delete other ones. For example, I won't be probably using much of link to Windows, as I don't own Windows, but instead I can add, well, let's say battery protection. And after I'm satisfied with my changes, I can quickly press done. Done once again. And as you can see, the setting has been changed and my battery protection is currently turned on. Of course, you can fully customize your settings on Home Hub too by doing the same thing and just holding your finger. You can change wallpaper and style, themes and widgets, just like before. But please note that in order to use some of the features, you will need a Samsung account. For example, I cannot use currently Galaxy themes because I am not signed in. In order to sign in, you can go to settings, which can be located here. Oh, and by the way, when you are in your home screen and you swipe up, you will see this panel with every single application on your phone, including some folders, for example, every single thing the Samsung has to offer, or every single thing the Google has to offer. And we can also fully customize it, as always. And if you want to change the look of this screen right here, we can click those three dots, we can click sort, and we can even change to alphabetical order. And now, we don't have pages, but instead we can simply scroll up and down. So in order to actually find your Samsung account, you only thing you have to do is go to settings, and the very first option you see is sign into your Galaxy. Not only you will be able to actually play around with themes and other things, but most importantly, you will be able to use many different features of AI that this phone has to offer. Because, as you can see, even in the very first settings of, well, settings menu, you can see very things related to AI, for example, Galaxy AI. However, it does require you to not only give it a bunch of permissions, but also to log in into your Samsung account. So I really advise you to do it, as you won't be able to use your phone in 100%. Now, in the settings menu, you can also choose a bunch of different things that you wouldn't be able otherwise in, for example, the home screen itself. For example, in the display option, you can choose the dark mode. If you like the dark colors, or if you just use your phone late at night, or if you want to care for your eyes, you can simply enable Eye Comfort Shield. And what it does is it makes your screen with warmer colors after a certain time. For example, it can be adaptive, so it automatically detects the light your phone is in, or you can choose to custom and, for example, from sunset to sunrise. It will require your localization though, and this will make your battery deplete a bit faster. And as you can see, we can customize how warmer our screen will get after sunset. And about battery, we probably should go to the settings of the battery, which are right below the display. When you click it, we can see very important things. For example, we see which applications use the most battery. We can also change the charging settings. For example, if we care for our battery life, we might want to disable fast charging. Or, even better, we can simply enable battery protection. And it will make you so your phone will never overcharge, which means that your battery lifespan will basically be extended. If you ever need more information to find the very specific settings in the settings menu itself, remember you can always click the magnifying glass right here and just find whatever you need. For example, we maybe want to lock our device and get ourselves a nice password. So let's search for lock, and as you can see, we can click our lock screen here. As you can see, we don't currently have any screen lock, and you probably want to have one because your phone will be just publicly open to anyone. So let's set one right now. We have few different options to choose. The PIN is basically just set of numbers, the password is set of numbers and letters, pattern is very geometrical nodes of 3x3, and swipe is what I have used since the beginning of this video, which means you need to swipe in order to unlock your phone. Personally, I like the pattern, and now we have to draw twice the pattern that we want to use as our password. For me, it's a letter L, because I really like the letter L. We need to draw it once again in order to confirm it and to remember it better. Now we can even customize more of our lock screen. For example, we can enable cards, which will make notifications be much larger, but they also will... the background of the lock screen won't be as clear as before. So I will stay with icons. And after we click done, we can lock our screen. And if we swipe now, you can see that we have to draw a pattern in order to actually use our phone. Now, the very last things you always have to do and always check from time to time is go to settings, and here scroll all the way down until you find the software update. Here you can update your software by clicking download and install and check for updates. It's very important to update your software as it makes so your phone is harder to hack. It will be basically much more safer options, and you will have access to the newest features and updates. So I think that's all for today's video. If you want to know more specific options in settings, for example, we have a bunch of tutorials on our video channel, so you should go and check them out. If you found this tutorial helpful, please consider liking and subscribing. Thanks!